It's always a new moment. Take a breath. Okay, this is the fun part. And this is part of your training for you because you're going to decide the course. Okay, you have the information and you're going to decide the course. Just like when you bought that new car, you're going to decide where to drive it. And everybody doesn't drive the same way. They're not going to drive like you or go where you're going to go. So here's the idea. It's very simple. What you've tried so far is basically, with some people it may work a little bit, very little, but for the most part, it shows you what not to do because you see the reaction. And yes, I went through that too. As we come to know this, we get excited about it. We see that it makes sense, but at the same time, we have this personal life in this world that we have to deal with. And so we're going to constantly be confronted because these people have been literalized. They've been taught words and ideas according to the system. And so when you say something different than what they've been taught or what they know, well, again, they're going to come up with things like, oh, that sounds interesting, but I don't know. I don't believe that, but maybe I kind of like what you're saying. But then on the other hand, they're going to say things just like this lady did. Oh, well, you're like, Saddam Hussein or whatever. You're with some terrorist group or conspiracy theory. That's a good one from the CIA. They invented that idea. And so again, yeah, you're going to get this. So now that you've tested it, you've tested it with these people. Now you go home or you just sit there and kind of, okay, now you start daydreaming and go, okay, what other way could I present this to where kind of like a secret agent or James Bond, I sneak around and get their attention to where they do pay attention, you see? And so just like what Val read here, a child's intuition, see, I'm transforming the dream idea into the intuitive senses, IS, to sneak around people's ideas that, their nightly dreams, oh, that's just illusion. But people know about intuition, don't they? But they usually use their mind and they don't use their intuition. Well, the intuition has become the idea of, oh, I have this gut feeling, you see? Instead of something with their awareness, now it's in their gut. So they're listening, well, my gut tells me that this or that. Yeah, that's a saying that's been around for many, many years. Yeah, it's the gut feeling. So it's went from awareness to gut. Yeah, this is how things are. Everything goes downhill to where you just crap it out, whatever. So the thing being is that, yes, now this is the challenge, to be creative and a little bit sneaky. And I've told many people, I remember this one gal who was with Rebazar many, many years ago. I knew her very personally. And we had a lot of experiences on the real side. She knew Rebazar, and I met her on the real side many times, etc. And at one point I said, I tricked you into being wonderful. And she said, yes, you tricked me. And so again, and this is what I do with everybody. I trick them into being wonderful. Yeah, there's many ways to do it. And this is what the boys do, the real guys do. They set you up to trick you into being wonderful because you don't know, because you've been literalized. So now you want to better understand because you're learning about the literal world that you've been brought up in. And just like Neo in the movie The Matrix, when he took the pill, it was the big wake up, so he wasn't thinking like everybody else. So when you're talking to others, keep in mind, they have been robotized. They have become robots for the system. Even though they don't like the system, they don't like the restrictions, they're afraid not to obey, so they will agree to the systems. And so this is the consciousness, the collective consciousness that is unconsciously agreeing against their will to agree to the demise. You see? So how are you going to be tricky and creative and wonderful to show these people how to do the same thing? You see? So, yeah, you're going to get frustrated because that's not the way to do it. And that's like James Bond wanting to walk into the front door of the Kremlin, and the guards are there saying, no, you can't come in or we'll kill you. So what's he going to do? Go home and cry and have a couple cocktails and pass out? No, he's going to go around to the back door. He's going to get in. But he may try the front door at first. Maybe they're having a big party and he's all dressed up and he's got a pass that he made up. Maybe he gets through the front door. But he's there to do something, isn't he? He's there to get something done that makes sense. Yes, with helping others. And so if you don't do it, guess what? You've got nothing. That's real. So life and the real guides are going to look at your report card just like your parents did and say, well, you just got all F's here. You did nothing. So when are you going to do something? So again, it's up to you how long it takes. So now you're still young. You're still young. Yes, you are. But when you get 60 and 70 and 80, because it's coming, you're not going to want to do it because it's like, oh, gee, I'm too tired. You know, I'd rather watch TV. Yeah. So the time to do it is now, isn't it? And figure it out now. So I'm giving the hints in all the groups I've written, and there's over 3,000 or 4,000 groups, and many have been translated, etc., on Facebook and in the books and whatever. I'm giving hints as to how to be tricky, creative, so that you can survive this and get others to be with you. See, I'm in this group with all of you, and you know what? You're my buddies, and we're all doing it together. Yes. It's better than doing it alone. Yes. And Val's here, and Kelsey's here, and Ava's here. We're all doing it together. We all do our part to help each other survive this and bring others in that want to step up and do their part too, you see? And on the Skypes, it's very, very important. It's your life. And if you don't do it, you got nothing. That's guaranteed. The only guarantee you have is when you do nothing. There's your guarantee. Everybody wants a guarantee. But if you want to become more aware and learn what life is all about, you got to take the risk. And there are no guarantees, only what you do. And then guess what? When you decide to do something real that makes sense with all life, all the boys, Rebazar and all the boys, they will back you and they will help you. You see? That's the best part. But if you just sit there like a wallflower, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to watch you wither away through another lifetime. And this is where Rebazar, when Paul was going through his training, he told Paul, I am someone from your past. He was giving him the hint that you have went through this many times before and I have been with you and I'm still waiting for you to wake up and do something. You see? When you going to do it? And is there a guarantee, he told this to Paul too, in a future lifetime that you're going to get it? Some people think, oh, I'll do it in a future lifetime. I'll be fine. I know it now. I'll do it in a future lifetime. Will you? Will you have something like this presented to you? Where do you find this in the world? Oh, you got a lot of psychics and spiritual things and all this stuff, but it's all junk. It means nothing, and you get lost in it again and again and again because it's a house of mirrors. That's how real it is. But you know now it's the sun shining, and that's your best reference. Right now, it's better than it's ever been. You decide. And yes, people are afraid, they're worried, they're crying, they're whatever, etc. Well, we all go through that, and you have to get through it. That's how it is. This is the new now. This is to help everybody become stronger, not weaker, okay? That's what all the other religions and spiritual paths and all the politicians and whatever, they make people weaker. Even though people have knowledge and information, they think they're stronger. No, they're actually weaker because they won't step up to what's real and get through it. They won't step up through the illusions. That's the whole idea. And however you see it, vibrations higher and lower. Oh, that's all cute stuff. But it's about awareness, isn't it? And it's about intent. That's what it's about. And so we have to remember that. It's not about vibrations and feelings and relationships and all this. We have those things already. We know those things. It's about awareness and getting real and being okay, because all life is about survival. And in your personal life, you're not surviving here. No way. Even though you think you are, you're dying. As soon as you're born into this world, you start to die. That's real. But people think that, oh, I'm getting older, I'm getting better, I'm in my prime. No, you're not. You're getting older and you're dying. That's it. So if you don't wake up and become aware to surpass dying, then you will die again. That's how real it is. So it won't matter all those experiences you've had, all those loves, your relationship, your family, and whatever. You're dying. That's it. That's real. But you can pretend something else, but that won't do it because you're still dying. So until you wake up, you're dying. And so that's what the Skypes are about, to help everybody wake up. But you can think whatever you want. You can go out into the world and have fun. And oh, I'm just going to pretend I'm going to forget that. Oh, that sounds like a bunch of baloney. But you can see it yourself every day in the mirror. You're getting older until that time comes, because you're pretending, oh, it can't happen to me. I'll just keep going. I have a great life. I'm healthy. Are you? Well, as the years pass, and they will very fast. Yeah. It's about awareness. Yeah, that's how it is. And it's okay. So as we keep doing that, we see what not to do until we figure out what to do. So in the meantime, sometimes we sleep a lot, we're discouraged, we cry, we watch TV, and then eventually we start to figure it out. So now you have the real references, not just a spiritual path with a lot of pretty words that are duh. Okay, we already went through that. We already went through baby brain schools. It's time to get real. Yeah, time to step up. And just like the movie Predator with Arnold, gotta face it. It was hell, but he made it through. Some people didn't. A lot of people didn't because they didn't pay attention. So this is what it's about. Paying attention every moment. So your la la land with all your relationships, with the things you have or the people you know or whatever. Where's the value? It's all about awareness, because you're just growing old. That's it. Yeah. So this is where we're helping each other.